Welcome everyone, this is Zozo StockWatch, and this is your StockWatch list for Monday, November 6th. Just to let you know, I'll be doing a webinar on Tuesday, the 7th of November. That's this Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So webinar, Zozo webinar, day trading, swing trading. Webinar Tuesday, the 7th of November at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So please sign up and come to the webinar. And please sign up anyway. So this way, if you can't make it, I can send you out the recording of the webinar. For the webinar, I'll go ahead and put this link in the description box for you, and I'll also put it in the comments of this video, so you can just put your name or whatever name you want to use, an email, and this way we can send you access to the webinar. And also, if you can't make it, well, we'll take your email and we can send you the recording of the webinar. All right, so that's going to be once again Tuesday, November 7th at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so let's go ahead and get ready, get into it for the StockWatch list for Monday. So on the 6th, very little economic information coming out. We do have some Fed speak coming out, William Dudley, but overall for the week ahead, very light in the economic area. As far as some your gainers from Friday, we had ISIG, VRNS, VRAY, CTRL, WIFI, TRUP, MELI, Qualcomm, ANET, FND, BAS, and HTGC. For the top losers from Friday, Ruby, RUBI, ENG, FNGN, STMP, NCTY, ZEAL, CTL, TRVG, CATM, AIG, BPPB, PBPB, ATVI. All right, so that's some of your top losers. For unusual options activity, and this is courtesy of the trade exchange, Zynga call activity, GBT call activity, APC, an oil name, call activity, PRTY, ENR, ONDK, HAIN, all call activity, unusual call activity in those names. For the unusual put activity, HIMX and AU. For your earnings calls provided by EarningsCast for Monday, November 6th, you can see I have a list of companies here, and just go to EarningsCast and click on their calendar, and you'll get a full list of the earnings coming up. And speaking of earnings, we'll go ahead and take a look at what's coming out for Monday before the bell, and you can see earnings season continues. We have MYL will be reporting. Let's see if there's anybody else big in here. CAH, Cardinal Health, Coors will be reporting before the bell. MTBC reporting before the bell. And I think that's it for the most of the big names, but you can see those names right here. And then after the bell, we have a bunch of earnings coming out after the bell. Zyop, SWKS. Let's see what else, if there's any other big names. I'm just scrolling through real fast. ECYT, FANG, that's an oil company. MTW, MCHP, Kerex, KERX after the bell. Priceline will be watched. Priceline reporting earnings after the bell on Monday. And let's see if there's anybody else that I can just quickly see here. And True, TRUW, True. And I think that's about it. VCYT. WTW, Weight Watchers. All right, WTW also after the bell. All right, so that's some of your earnings coming out for Monday. Looks like a lot of information coming out from overseas, over in Europe there. So you know, that news is coming out also. Other than that, that's pretty much it for Monday. So let's go ahead and we'll get into it. So some stocks I'll be watching for Monday. AMPE, I'll be watching this, as you can see on my chart here, the daily chart that's aligned. You know, if it could get out over this 125 spot here on AMPE, About over 800,000 shares on Friday. We're holding above the fast-moving averages, and we're holding above $1 and that 110 area. So if we can get over this 125 spot, you might get a move in AMPE. ANTH, nice volume there on Friday, 1.3 million. We had a high in the name of $1.89, and so we're at $1.78. So if we can get back over maybe $1.85, ANTH. APC, this was the one with the unusual call activity. We'll see if we can break out over that 50 spot here on APC. Maybe more of a swing trade in that one. BB, BlackBerry, used to be BBRY, but now they're BB. They moved to the NYSE. So if this can get back over maybe 1105 for a possible swing trade in BB. CDXC, nice pop Friday. Could use a little bit more volume, though. A little bit lower on the volume, 112,000 shares. But if it breaks out over that 425 spot here, maybe we could catch something in CDXC. CERS, nice pop, nice volume Friday. So we're kind of looking for a red to green on this move here. Finally got back over the 200 SMA CERS. So we'll see if it can pull back and maybe, give us a red to green in that one. CPRX, it's starting to move out here of this consolidation. If it can get back over the highs, 305 area on CPRX, volume over 800,000 shares. Now, as far as the shippers go, DCIX was a huge move on Friday, and we'll go ahead and show that on the 60-minute chart. All right, so you had this big pop in DCIX and then this pullback. So, we'll have this one on watch, and we'll have a bunch of shippers on watch, and I'll leave it on the 60-minute chart here for a second. We'll just go through these fast. We'll have dries on watch for Monday and ESEA. This one also popped Friday, then pulled back, so I'll have that one on watch. GLBS, and this is a 60-minute chart you're looking at, by the way. You see this big pop, and then it pulled back, but we'll see if there's any kind of movement in any of these shippers. Basically, kind of, pick your poison here. SINO popped and then pulled back, so they're all pretty much the same. SHIP also popped, not as much as the other ones, but it did pop and then it pulled back. And then I guess the other shipper is TOPS, TOPS, big pop in that one, and then kind of trailed off the rest of the day. But some of these shippers will definitely be on watch for Monday or, later in the week. May not happen Monday, but we'll see. I'll have some of those on watch. Next one up. This one has earnings, though, so actually just be careful with this, ECYT. But they have earnings on Monday, I believe I just read, and so I'll have it on watch. Starting to turn back up, back over $5, so keep your eye on that one. ENPH trying to get out over this $1.50, $1.55 spot. Volume a little bit weak, though, on Friday in that name. INFI. Nice pop here on Friday, 2.7 million. Looks like it's trying to get out over that 275 spot. High was 270 on Friday, so we'll have this one on watch. INSM. Also trying to, push out over this 30-40 level here, 30-40 level. So if we can get up over that 30-40, you might get a continuation move. Volume was only 600,000 shares, though, on Friday. So we'll see if we can get more volume in that name. ISIG. Big pop in this name up to about $2.20, 10 million shares traded, so we'll see if we get some kind of setup in that. Mankind, just because it's been pulling back, it's hanging around the 50 SMA. If it can get over 350, 360 area on Mankind, we'll see if this one wants to give us a trade intraday. Mayo, MYO, possible intraday trader, over 500,000 shares. Nice candle here. The high Friday was 448, and we closed at Yeah, the high was 448. We closed at 414. So we'll see how that sets up intraday. Netflix, trying to break out over this 201 spot, 265 cents. Or 201 in that area. So have an eye on Netflix, see if it wants to make another move. Next up, we have PLNT, Planet Fitness. Nice candle here, trying to get back over $27 a share, 1.3 million shares. PDYS, we traded this a few times last week. It seems every time it gets over this 350, we get a nice pop in it. So I'll have it on watch to see if it wants to set up intraday. QBack, only over 200,000 shares traded. So a little bit light on the volume there. Nice pop, not a favorite, but I'll keep an eye on it. Maybe if it wants to get back up through that 9, volume might come in again. QURE, this one over 800,000 shares. Looking for that $16 takeout here. 16. The high was 1654. So if it can get back over 1605 or so. RXDX, 1.4 million shares. It's holding above the fast moving averages here, trying to get back over $15.75, $16 in that area. So keep an eye on that one. Sprint just had news, and I'll bring the news over from the trade exchange. And SoftBank, I guess, is still going to be involved with Sprint. SoftBank intends to increase its stake in Sprint Corporation. So this is news that came out Sunday evening, courtesy of the trade exchange. So I'll keep my eye on a Sprint to see if it wants to do something. SB is another one of those shippers that we talked about. Not a fast moving one, but it does have a nice daily chart. So watch that 350, 355 break on that name. Ship we talked about, SINO we talked about, Schlumberger, just because I see Halliburton gaining some strength, and rig. Maybe Schlumberger wants to play catch up here if it can get back over that 64 area. SNES, possible day trader here. 400,000 shares though, needs to get over this 100 SMA, which is currently at 316. We closed at 289, so I'll keep an eye on that one. SPII, looking for that $20 break on this name. It can be spready though, just be aware of that. For an intraday trade, 1.5 million shares. SPWR, I was watching this one Friday. Looking for that 850 break. It finally did that, but I wasn't on it. I had alerted it in the room. Then I lost interest, and then finally it did trigger. Got up to 864. We'll see if there's anything left in the tank there on that one. Twitter. Twitter, had this big pop after the earnings. It pushed up all the way to 22. Now it's pulled back quite a few candles. We'll see if it can get up over the highs from Friday, which were 2024. So about that 2030 area on Twitter. Possible swing trade there. UQM, nice volume, 700,000, expanding volume here. Trying to get up over this 130 spot, closed at 125. Auto parts company. And lastly, with the call activity there in Zynga, if it ever breaks this $4, you might get a push up in Zynga, ZNGA. All right, so that's it for the watch list for Monday the 6th. Please sign up for the webinar. I'll leave the link in the description box and also in the comments. Just fill out your email. It starts Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's Tuesday, November 7th. All right, everybody, have a great evening. Thank you so much for listening. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you like these videos and you think they're helping you out, hit that like button. Thanks very much. Have a great evening.